What's up, everyone? Eli here. Just got a really short video for you today. I know those aren't the most popular, but I just wanted to do it just to get this out of the way. I am trying to kind of get rid of some of my back stock in my distro tapes, so I'm trying to... I just have a lot of stuff right now. It's kind of hard for me to organize, and plus, if I kind of have a goal set for myself. If I get rid of like a certain percentage of my older stock here, then I can actually order some new stuff and kind of, you know, get that whole cycle going. So I'm having a sale through the weekend and actually through the end of Monday, 25% off. And with the regular promotion that I've been doing, I'll throw in a free tape for every 20 bucks you spend. So dirt cheap tapes until Monday. Go ahead and place an order if you'd like. If not, that's cool too. What we're listening to right now, we got I can't remember, I think it's a demo. I don't remember. Anyway, it's Morker. I think they're from Sweden. I heard these guys years and years back. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, there's the title. Can't remember if it's an album or a demo. But anyways, you can pick that up in my distro along with hundreds of others. And yeah, while I got you here, I'm going to show you some stuff that I've picked up. I haven't had a lot of cash to spend on records and stuff like that lately. To say the least, I haven't been really buying almost anything at all, but I've made a couple trades with some buddies, and also I got a couple things at my record store. Yeah, all vinyl, so you vinyl guys can geek out. Picked up, in my trade at the record store, picked up this picture disc. Creeping Death, Metallica. Thought that was cool as fuck. It's funny, one of my buddies there at the record store, he's like, dude, why are you getting this? You know you're not ever going to listen to it. I was like, yeah, but still, I want that. Had a good laugh. We both did. And in that same trade, I got this. It was left over from record store day. I don't usually make a big deal out of record store day, but I do fucking love Tangerine Dream, so I got this Lay Park album. I don't know when this was recorded, but it was... So it's an album inspired by the most beautiful parks in the world. I can relate to that, so that's cool. It says one-time pressing right here. I guess that would mean that this is the first time this album's ever been pressed. I don't know if it's like a new album that they recorded for Record Store Day, or if it's like an album that never got released. I don't know shit about this album. It's nice, really nice though. Gatefold, all the gear that they use, always cool to see. I'm not a musician. Got this cool Street Hawk jacket there. This I don't know the story behind this. I know Street Hawk is a Tangerine Dream song. I don't know why. I love Tangerine Dream. I have quite a few of their releases, but I'm not too knowledgeable in the history of the band, to be honest with you. And it comes on a pretty cool kind of Mountain Dew yellow. Pretty gorgeous, I guess. So yeah, really happy to have that. And we'll get to the... Oh yeah, I got a couple more things in that same trade here. I got this Uriah Heep single, Poor Little Rich Girl. Never heard this song. I've never heard the album that it comes on. Equator. I haven't heard that. 1985. I haven't heard too much of the 80s Uriah Heep stuff, but I picked that up anyway because they didn't have a whole lot of stuff that I wanted in the trade, so I just picked up a couple stragglers here. Like this. I already have this on CD. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Trilogy. Why not? They didn't, like I said, they didn't have a whole ton of stuff that I wanted, so, and this is something I've actually wanted for a long time, just never managed to snag it. I was going to get it on CD, but, stumbled upon this. Got Tarkus from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is one of their best albums, definitely one of their best albums, probably my favorite ELP. Really good stuff on there. And then, this trade I did with a buddy of mine. Traded him a whole bunch of shit for a whole bunch of shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I also got this. I think it was from Record Store Day last year, maybe even the year before. Testament Not a massive Testament fan, but like I said, they didn't have a whole ton of stuff that I wanted, and it looked pretty cool. It's a picture disc, obviously 7-inch, covering Animal Magnetism by the Scorpions and Power Slave by Iron Maiden, so that's cool. Why not? Then I got this Thorns 7-inch, live in Oslo, Stellar Deceit. I guess it was the first time Snorrutch has ever played live with Thorns, so that's cool. He used pretty much the entire Satyricon lineup, I think. There's like 6 guys here. Just black vinyl. This came out originally, I don't know, I kind of had a hard time figuring out what version this was. It says Wild Rags 1991, but I feel like this is a repress. I think it's, I mean, Wild Rags are not, you know, they're no more, so I don't know. But there's no way this could be an original. I mean, it's in way too good a shape, and it looks brand new. I don't know. It's got to be a repress of some sort, because I think the original was live in Norway, and this one says live in Oslo. Anyways, I'm confused about that, but it's cool. Fucking love Thorns. Alright, now we will move on to the stuff I got from my buddy. A couple 7-inches and then a couple 12-inch records. We got Black Murder Feasts. They're from the Black Legions. LLN. If you know your black metal history, that was a group of dudes in France in the early to mid-90s who just kind of formed a conglomerate, kind of a black metal club, if you will. They recorded a bunch of stuff. It's kind of like if you're a newer black metal fan, and you know if you've heard the Black Twilight Circle, they pretty much copied what the French guys did with the LLN. Handful of dudes, all formed a number of projects. A lot of the same dudes were in each other's projects and bands, and it was cool. Very raw stuff. None of it was really meant to ever be heard by the public, but of course, someone leaked, the material, and then it's been bootlegged a bunch of times. And when it initially happened, these guys were fucking pissed. They wanted to literally murder anyone they could if they found out who did it. But anyways, I mean, yeah, that's a shitty thing to do, but we wouldn't have been able to hear any of the music if that hadn't happened. So anyways, most LLN stuff that you find is going to be a bootleg because it was never officially released. Certainly not with the band, the band's permission. Some of it was officially released, like Mutilation. Most of his stuff was, released by his, with his consent, of course. But anyway, there's a lot more to that story, and most of you guys probably know it. So, Black Murder Feasts. Heard that one a number of times. I've never owned it, so that's cool to have. Another thing that I've been wanting a long time here too, Wind of the Black Mountains, debut 7-inch, further fed into Blasphemy. This came out on Moribund Records back in, don't remember what year, mid-90s. Yeah, it's got a nice, classy picture of that. Probably shouldn't show that, but it's not like I make money off this channel. A lot of these names for these Black Legions projects I just can't pronounce. I don't think anyone can, so I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying some of these band names. Obviously, I'm somewhat capable of saying Black Murder without screwing that up, but this one, if you know your LLN history, you've seen this, maybe you've heard it. Really cool to have. The rest of these Black Legions albums I'm about to show, they all came out. I don't know the history of this label, or even if that's what you'd call it, but they all came out on something called Black Legions Corporations. I don't know what that is. Haven't researched it. Sorry, I should have researched it before the video. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but they all have that same thing right there. So anyways, I don't know. I don't know the history of it. Yeah, this one, and they're all just pretty bootleggy looking. They're all just black vinyl with just a plain sticker. for the label. No text on it or anything, just like a plain colored sticker. So, anyways, got this one. I've never heard this before. To be honest, when I first heard the Black Legion stuff, I wasn't too taken by it. I didn't really care for it at first. So I'm kind of, I mean, this was years and years back, so I'm kind of giving it another go round. I think I'll appreciate it a lot more this time around. I got that. And that's it. That's all I wanted to do for now. Oh no, I got one more. Sorry, from the same buddy. Another killer score here. The second Armageddon album. Original Somber Records pressing. The Final War Approaching. Armageddon. 448 out of 500. Armageddon were a killer black metal band out of Sweden. They are no more. Their first album I liked. This second album right here, way better than the first one. And then they did a third album, which I thought was their, the peak of their creative output. So a lot of you guys have heard them. They're pretty popular. Look into them if you haven't. So yeah, let's talk about this stuff. A lot of you that maybe are going to comment about that Black Legion stuff, you probably know way more about it than I do. So, if you want to talk about some LLN, give me some feedback on that. Yeah, and like I said, order some tapes if you want. I'm giving them out dirt cheap right now until the end of Monday. Come get a Morker tape or just literally hundreds of other ones. So that's it for now. I wanted to keep this video under 10 minutes or a little over. I just got a bunch of shit to do, but thanks for stopping by. Cheers. We'll talk soon about all the LLN stuff. Thanks. Bye.